Hey, how's everybody doing? Today we have a bit of a shorter video planned today, and what I'm going to start with is this is going to be a very focused day where we're going to actually be working on choosing the correct leads for our teams. And as always, before we jump into what the video is, we are going to go over a few of the notes that we actually took down from when we did our games from yesterday. So after the drill that we did, I did go ahead and do 4 rounds of best of 3, and we actually won 3 out of those 1 rounds. And so I'm going to tell you who we went against. We went against a Typhlosion Exeggutor team, and that was like their main win condition. We went against a Sun team with Charizard, Charizard specs. We had a Sneasler Bulk Annihilate team that we also went against. That's the one we lost to. And then we also had our Chaladon Rain team with Ursaluna, and we won against that team as well. And so one of the things that we worked on through those 4 games that we did was making sure that we're using Gallade properly, and also getting more Disperse. I don't even know if Disperse is the right word, but just getting more widespread use out of different leads that we can utilize. And I actually used Ursaluna and Indeedee for a lot of the leads. I think there's only one time that I used Torkoal and Lilligant. So I've really developed 2 very strong leads that I feel like I'm good with, and that's going to work out great. And so we're really going to nail that down with the drill today, just so it kind of becomes a bit more second nature. And the time that we actually did lead Lilligant and Torkoal into the mix was I was doing it against teams that heavily relied on Fake Out. So we did actually face against a lot of, Incineroar, Rillaboom, and then they kind of controlled the game from there. And it's just overall not a good start. And, we kind of lose out turn 1 with the Fake Out, and then after you, it doesn't really work. Unless we have Terrain up, but then it gets a little techie. Out of those, the 3 out of 1 record that we had, we total won 6 rounds, and then we lost 4 rounds. Again, keeping Gallade in the back is proving time and time again to be the best thing. And I think also what was good about yesterday was the perspective that we got that, the day before we were like, oh, Lilligant Torkoal's goated. And it is goated, but it was super weak today, which is why we need to adapt and have variety and getting comfortable with that team. We did pretty good against Sun core teams and Rain teams, obviously, that we talked about. And then we did struggle a little bit with those bulkier teams. And ultimately, to me, I think does come down to how we're leading against our opponents. And that's kind of why we're doing the drill today. I also had a bit more better usage of Wide Guard that we utilized. And yeah, there was one time I stuck to bad lines and the opponent was able to predict it. So, not trying to stick to bad lines, and we did prove that. There was a few times that we made a bit of some risky swaps, and one thing that we're really trying to do is even if we lose a Pokemon, was it worth the trade? What are we gaining in favor? Because it's not always a 1-to-1 trade. And then, especially against the bulk teams, I was just a bit too passive. I got a bit too scared with the first stat change, and I was like, well, it's over. And then the last thing that I wrote down was that we're going to default lead. If we don't know what the win con is, and we're like, what kind of team are we facing? Which we did yesterday. That was the last team we had, and I ended the video because I was just tilted. If we don't know what's going on, we're going Indeedee or Ursaluna. That's what we're doing. And so for today's video, what we're going to be working on is I have 3 leads that we're going to be utilizing. We have the default one, which is Indeedee Ursaluna. We have our hyper offensive lead with Torkoal and Lilligant, and then we also have a more utility tech lead that we're going to be practicing, which is Gallade and Indeedee when we see scenarios when they bring in a Goldengo. With Scarf or a Typhlosion, Eruptor, a Charizard specs, those type of things. That way we can do a wide guard, set up Trick Room, spam wide guard, switch in Ursaluna, do something, you know, and trying to find those synergies within the first 3 turns. Ideally, all 3 of those leads I should be able to go to Smackdown with. And it does prove, because looking back, you know, statistically, most of the times that I win games is because I scouted their team correctly. I knew exactly what they were going to do. Not necessarily that I made the right read every single turn, but I knew the core components of what their team was and what they needed to win. So when I eliminated those things, we won. And that's what we're going to do today. So what is today's drill that we're actually going to be working on? We're doing a warm-up drill where we're going to do a best of one, which each one match, best of one with each of those teams that we talked about, just to get our feet wet, get kind of familiar. And then we're going to do 4 rounds of Swiss. We're going to identify what their team is. We're going to identify things like their win condition. And then we're going to write down and do a reflection and be like, okay, did we lead correctly? Did we not lead correctly? And that way we can adapt if we lose, or if we win, I'm going to be very happy. So let's go ahead and go into the first best of one. And then I'm not going to necessarily look at their team comp too much here, because it is best of one. But, you know, our first match we're going to do Indeedee Ursaluna. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do here. So Indeedee Ursaluna. And then based on just what I know from these teams, you know, with taunt and whatnot, I'm going to go ahead and throw in a Hatterene and Torkoal. And that's what we're going to do for this one. So this is warm-up number 1 against Macaroni and Cheese VGC. And he's running the Platinum Sprite. So we get Volcarona, Electabuzz. So one thing that I want to do here is definitely respect the Electabuzz as much as we can. So again, I think one way that we can do this is by playing a little offensively with Ursaluna. Normally in these situations where it's not taunt that they have first turn, I would either try to do a Swords Dance or Protect. But knowing that these 2 Pokemon are volatile to this, what I'm going to go ahead and do is a Dazzling Gleam, Headlong Rush, because I know the taunt's coming my way. And hopefully we can get Electabuzz out. We've eliminated that win condition of theirs. Another thing that we're going to do here is switch in Hatterene, and we're going to do a Protect. Just because I know he most likely will do a Fake Out, but this is, I think, the safest thing that we can do. But again, I don't want them to get away with a setup move again, because that's something we're trying to work on. So to put pressure, we are going to bring in Torkoal, get some weather condition. Okay. And now we can throw in Indeedee. We might be able to set up Trick Room this way. And again, I'm going to need him for later. So we can have Trick Room set up here. Let's just get 1 Expanding Force off. I think we can do it in this position. I don't think he's running safety goggles. And we can just do a quick Helping Hand. Protect. Immune. That's totally fine. Again, we're just here to warm up the lead, not really do too much. But this is good. I wanted to go up against a bulk and do it the right way. And it is hard when they have that Electabuzz. So I think if I was to do this all over again, I think we chose the wrong target, to be honest. Heatwave kills. Okay, but again, we're just here to do our warm-up drills. These don't count. Sweet. Again, we're not going to worry too much about this. So on to the next one. We did our first warm-up game. Again, wins and losses do not matter right now. Let's do a Lilligant Torkoal. I don't care what I'm going. I really don't care what I'm going up against, to be honest. I'm here to be the best, and this is just what it's gonna take. I hope you guys had a good day. A little update from me too while we're waiting. Today was the first day of coaching that I'm doing. I don't know if I shared that with you guys. We are getting coached by Paul Ruiz. He is an excellent teacher, helping me learn a lot and to kind of accelerate what I'm learning. Obviously, I'm not here to share what I learned with him, word for word, because like his classes are very nice. So definitely shout out him. Shout out to all the the tournaments he won. He has a lot of knowledge. I mean, he won Worlds. So being able to learn under him and have that opportunity is super awesome. All right, going into it, they have a rain team. We reset weather. So now I'm just gonna do an after you eruption. And actually, you know what? Just to be super offensive, because he's already on the ropes turn 1, we're going to Terra. He really doesn't have anything. Volcarona's fine, but the after you might, one hit KO. And then against Sneasler, we will. So he's reset weather, which isn't a bad thing. So I think with it like this, we can go ahead and do a bit of a rotation out from this team. But I think what we can do is first apply pressure, and we can do that by keeping Lilligant in, close combating Tyranitar for that weakness, and bringing in a DD. Indeedee. So he is running Psychic Seed, and I'm paralyzed, which sucks. But we took out Tyranitar. Again, we now have weather control back on our position. We can do some fun stuff this way. So let me go ahead and switch into Gallade, because that'll help against Annihilate, and then hopefully we can set a Trick Room. Again, I think this is a bit more of a risky play. I think honestly we can win the turn, so maybe I can Trick Room. Okay. The Throat Chop sucked. Okay, this is fine. We can do something here. Now we have Sun. If I'm the opponent, can I set Trick Room? I'll see if we can. Final Gambit, okay. Hey, look at us. Late Trick Room won us the game. And again, that's a good trade. So again, we're doing good. So the next one is going to be a bit more techie. So for this one, we are going to do Indeedee Hatterene as the one. I think, it's interchangeable if you want to do Gallade or Indeedee or Indeedee Hatterene. But I think if we do Indeedee Hatterene, we can maybe set some pressure at the start. I think with the fact that they have a Goldango, I am opting for Gallade in the first position, so sorry. I will be doing that. So they have a Garchomp, and they have a Kilowattrel. So I think we can Trick Room Wide Guard. I'm expecting an Earthquake. Again, very safe. Welcome to Wide Guard. And let's get a KO. No KO, but interesting. He just presses W. Should I really have wide guarded again? That's just, to me, that feels crazy, but again, maybe I should have just to be safe. But again, this is all warm up for the real. Is he scarfed with Kilowattrel? Maybe. I mean, he kind of has this game. I think if he loses this, it'll be difficult for him to lose this. Yeah. So I'm tired today. It's late. Which is why we're doing 4. Just sleepy. Make sure we say GG after every match. I'm getting bad about that. Alright. Let's get into our best of 3 games. Okay. So they have, I would consider this to be a balanced team, to be honest. Just from the looks of it. Revival Blessing. Last Respects. Interesting. So there's really no bulk. Again, I think this is balanced. So I think what we can do here, and I think their win condition is Arcanine. And everyone else here looks like they're supporting Arcanine. Arcanine and Hydreigon. Right? And so I think I'm going to lead Indeedee, Ursaluna, and then we're going to have Gallade in the back to kind of help with that Hyper Voice that we're going to encounter, and then Torkoal. So there's that Arcanine. He can do Rock Slide, Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, and Terra Blast. And we can do Trick Room, Protect, Hyper Voice, Twin Beam. So let's do Trick Room and Protect. Hyper Voice, he'll get Throat Spray, tick. I think we identify that Farigiraf can hurt us a lot here. So I think we can do a Facade into him, but there is no Facade on, but he has Terra Blast, so I think a Terra is helpful. And we leave him there and take out Farigiraf. He uses protect. So no way for him to deal with Farigiraf. He unsets Trick Room, which we kind of knew what was going to happen. I think we can reset it and throw in a protect again. Again, I'm just here to stall. I think Indeedee tanks it. He doesn't, which is okay. Let's do a Gallade. Let's do a Wide Guard, Sword Stance. Proc burn, that's unfortunate. So was the lead good in retrospect? I think if I knew, I think it was our motto for this team to do what we needed to do. Ultimately, I want to say yes, but so he's gonna Aqua Jet. So I'm basically cooked here. Yeah, I'm cooked here. He has speed control. So was it a good lead? Let's think about it. Would I have done it differently knowing it now? Like, am I going to bring a different lead? Yes. I think bringing Gallade into the mix is a better idea. There's that Farigiraf that we all know and love. Okay. We have a lot of options here. So I think one thing that I want to do is, again, establish Trick Room, and we'll do a Wide Guard. Okay, he twin beams. He takes out Gallade. But now I think we can deal with the piloting a bit better here. So let's Helping Hand, Terrifier, Eruption. Go super offensive sweeping now. Arcanine should be dead? No. Rock Slide. Okay. First game of the day. We're doing best of 3. We're not super warmed up, you know. We should be able to get one more move off. And I'm going to bring back in Indeedee. I was kind of hoping they would take out Torkoal there. This should kill Farigiraf. It almost killed Hydreigon too. Wow, he's almost dead. I don't think we need to put anything into him because he's life warped. Might be able just to protect here. And then we can just Facade into you. Okay. Not bad. Wow, it's 1300 elo. Good or bad lead? I want to say yes, good lead, and then just bad piloting on my front. But then again, I think we start getting a bit subjective because it's like in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, should I have Lilligant Solar Blade? Alright, let's look. We have a Nasty Plot, Throat Chop, Amoonguss. So I think one thing that we can do here is we can open up with our good old-fashioned. I'm just writing down that for that last game, I didn't really have an answer for Arcanine. Wow, so this is gonna hurt. So I think to maximize this as much as we can, let's get the Gholdengo out, and hopefully the Terra Fire. Shadow Ball, okay. Let's do a solar, let's do a close combat into Incineroar, and then just do a fake out just to confirm that kill. Because since Gholdengo's your sweeper, you would want it to be different. Ursaluna Blood Moon coming in. Now, there is a tech I wanted to try, but let's just put you in and then Trick Room. I can just let Gholdengo finish himself off, if you think about it. But I'm not. Gholdengo, Ursaluna. Let's Wide Guard. Dazzling Gleam. Oh, I should have Terra'd. Ugh. I got too trained up on the Hyper Voice. My bad. The Spore Pressure killed me because I was not paying attention. Okay. I think I outspeed both with Lilligant. He has... Ooh! Oh, the Rage Powder. Oh, and unfortunately the only thing I do, and he's got Sludge Bomb coming my way. Okay. Good lead. I'm going to say yes. I want to get a little bit techie now. I don't think he'll lead Gholdengo again. So I think we can spam Indeedee Gallade, Wide Guard, Trick Room. But again, it's not really that good of an opener. So let's do Indeedee Hatterene, because that's what we practiced, with Gallade, Ursaluna. So I think what we can do here is definitely hit the offensive. We can Trick Room. Honestly, we might. I think I'm thinking follow me trick room. Oh, I haven't done that in a while. I don't think I've folded like this in a long time. I'm just not making good plays right now. I'm kind of autopiloting. It's fine. Lead. I'm gonna say yes. Yes on game 1, no on game 2. Again, these are all ones that we should be winning. That was game 2 of game 2. Maybe I'm getting caught up in my own notes and I need to kind of get out of it. It was just fatigue, I think, from today. Okay. This is another balanced team. Good. I wanted to fight this team again and try a different scenario where I lead. Lead those two. Let's do Lilligant, Torkoal, and DD Hatterene because I want the magic bounce. No, I want Lilligant, Torkoal, and DD Gallade for the fighting type into dark. So what are we going to do here? You know exactly the drill. But I think what I want to do is I want to respect Arcanine a bit more. And that's what we're going to try to do. Let's do a Weather Ball. Extreme speed, that's totally fine. He's tankier than I thought he would be. Now, he's spec'd into Earth Power, so he'll switch out this turn, and he might protect. So I think I can get a free Trick Room off, but just in case. Okay. Now let us maybe we can swap Terra Grass, Sacred Sword into probably a Mungus. Okay. Board. And again, do we just not have anything tankier? I guess we can try to crit with Psycho Cut. He's just gonna stall. Dang, wrong move. I guess I Psycho Cut the last time, so good on him. I kind of autopiloted again. I'm having autopilot issues right now. That sucks. And I should have wide guarded. Yeah, the two grass types that he brought in, I think Torkoal was the right move. I just should have taken him out earlier. That's fine. It's fine. He's making very good calls. I'm just gonna sit here and tank it. Just finish it off, man. Holy moly. Okay. So I think bringing, like, every time maybe I'm getting decision fatigue, or I'm getting like too many choices running through my head. But again, like, I just feel like I just need to lock it down real quick. I'm defaulting, I'm autopiloting, and I need to stop. So what do I want to bring? Who's tanky? Ursaluna. Galade's a good spot here as well, and then so is Torkoal. We're gonna wide guard Trick Room. two grass type. I have to bring that. I have to bring Gallade to answer those two. And then that just leaves Farigarath and Arcanine, which should be cleaned up by an Ursaluna. Lock in. Come on. So again, something I want to do here is Trick Room. And then he has Dark Pulse, Flash Cannon, Earth Power. He has a lot of things. But I also don't think he's going to do it. Who do I want out more? If I'm him, what would be the move that makes the most sense? I would probably try to bulk up Annihilate. I was right. Made the right read. Trick Room set. Amoonguss is here now. Spore pressure is huge, but I can't answer it right now. Again, that was just a defensive Terra to be safe. Now we're locked. Do the same thing, no mistakes. I think one of the things that I did wrong in the other game as well was that I had a good lead and then I didn't bring the same lead. Let me just bring the same lead. No more overthinking. And you can tell I'm getting tired. It's around 11 o'clock. I did a bad idea. I took melatonin before the video because I kind of wanted to go straight to bed right after, and it's definitely affecting my play. We had a 2-hour coaching session today too, so there's been a lot of Pokemon being played and being talked about. So yeah. Will he make the same mistake again is the question. I'm going to set Trick Room. And I kind of want the damage because I don't really have strong defense. These are both very physical attackers. Let me throw on Ursaluna just to take it. Rage Fist going in. It was a good read for us. I think he recognized that Gallade was the threat, and I kind of had a feeling he would. So I think now we can get an easy Facade into Annihilate. I'm not going to Terra because I don't know if Amoonguss is still here. No, I think we can do a Follow Me. I don't need to do a swap. We can just take the Flare Blitz or the Extreme Speed of the Close Combat onto Indeedee. Okay. I now know that he can't protect. We can easily take out Whimsicott. Focus Sash. I think we'll do a Dazzling Gleam this time. Let's do a Swords Dance. He's gonna try to Prankster. Right? Or do I get both kills here? Oh, both failed. Unfortunate. So now he's locked into. Okay, we can do something here. We can Wide Guard, Terra Fire, pop the Eruption, get 2x. Wide Guard, take out Hydreigon. Come on. Had to wake up. That should protect from Heat Wave. Rage Fist into Gallade. Okay, interesting. Alright. Again, he's locked into it. We have to do it. It is interesting seeing, like, you know, doing those best of ones and then switching to best of three. It is totally different. And now, because he is very low, I can Sacred Sword Eruption to win the game. We locked in our piloting there for sure. We woke up this game. Wake up. It's the first of the month. Alright, let's go into the next game. Let's make it a sweep. Come on. Review. Kind of couldn't get going in those first couple games. Adapted and clutched. Which let me know in the comments if you're still watching, which starter you're picking for Legends ZA. I think I'm going Tepig. I'm going to be honest. I like Tepig. I'm mostly like a water guy. I choose mainly most of the water types because I like water types, except Turtwig. Turtwig is like my favorite starter of all time. You can see him here. He's like the keychain one. I got him at the Pokemon Center. Or not the Pokemon Center, I won him at the prize pool doing a Pokemon Pocket tournament. That was kind of fun. Okay, Perish Song, Rain Team. No, just, yeah, it is just a Perish Trap. Perish Trap. for game 4. Who's their win con? Braviary. Excuse me, sorry. Gothitelle. And Archaladon. So what's the best thing that we can do against these teams, brother? We can bring in terrain control, because he has nothing that can answer terrain control. So we can go Indeedee, Ursaluna. No, we can punch this. Let's go Indeedee. Indeedee, Ursaluna. And then let's do Torkoal to reset weather, and then Hatterene. So again, he's choice spect. So let's Trick Room and hope it helps. So those are special attacks. Psychic special attack, Shadow Ball special attack. And we will protect. Terra, first move for the close combat, he's going to try to take out Indeedee. No, he doesn't. I guess maybe he thought he could. I think normally without Psychic Seed it would have hurt. Okay, so now I'm going to go full into Braviary. I guess he could switch out or Terra. He already Terra'd. And now we can sweep. I don't want to reveal just yet. I guess I kind of have to reset weather, but we can take out Sneasler. Weather Balled in the wrong spot. Archaladon coming in. Could reset it here. Okay. Strong start. Again, I think we can kind of work our opponent a bit more. I think we can kind of mess with him a little bit. So I think now we can Lilligant Torkoal, Ursaluna, and Indeedee. Just to show that we are super locked. But again, he has Fake Out. So can I... Okay. Not bad weather reset, but I'm still going to get the After You and Braviary goes down. No, he doesn't. Okay. Hurricane in the wrong spot. And I do want to keep him for other reasons. So we're going to do a double swamp. Just because I want to get something out of him dying. Okay, not bad. Let's get Trick Room. I'm gonna go for a protect for that second weather ball coming my way. Oof. Indeedee coming in clutch right now. Holy cow. Follow me. Nice protect. Good read. So now I can bring Torkoal in. We're still in Trick Room. Okay, the Eruption, Facade. he'll reset. And this is why I game 2, no, we didn't bring the right lead. I think he quit and didn't forfeit. Okay. All right. So we did kind of warm up and lock in by the end of that there. So, yeah, like we only won one, but that's okay. You know, there's a lot that we can review from this. Oh no, we won 2. I'm so dumb. I think honestly the biggest takeaway for me on the surface level for today is that we went against a balanced team twice. First game we lost, second game we went against them, we won. And that's really awesome. And I think the bulk one, I stopped paying attention. I should have won that one as well, but it is what it is. I wasn't locked in and I just got fatigued. But yeah, this is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys liked it. And if anything, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.